Israel's economy is a story of resilience and innovation, thriving despite regional instability and scarce resources. From absorbing waves of immigrants and building from scratch, Israel transformed into a high-tech superpower, earning the title Startup Nation. Strategic liberalization and a relentless focus on education unlocked its greatest asset, its people. Military-honed skills, academic excellence, and a risk-embracing culture drive breakthroughs in cybersecurity, AI, and medical tech. Yet, prosperity is challenged by geopolitical tensions, internal disparities, and a high cost of living. Understanding Israel's economic journey reveals why it's both a model of innovation and a crucial global player, constantly adapting to secure its future. Startup Nation isn't just a slogan, it's woven into the very fabric of Israel's economic DNA. In Tel Aviv and beyond, innovation pulses through every corner, from bustling co-working spaces to gleaming high-rise offices. Here, creativity and ambition are not just encouraged, they're expected. Mandatory military service, especially in elite tech units, instills leadership, resilience, and advanced problem-solving skills. Young Israelis learn to adapt quickly, work in teams, and tackle complex challenges, qualities that later fuel their entrepreneurial drive and ability to innovate under pressure. Government initiatives like the YASMA program have jump-started a thriving venture capital scene, making funding accessible for bold ideas. Meanwhile, world-class universities act as incubators, nurturing new concepts and connecting students with industry leaders, ensuring a steady flow of fresh talent and groundbreaking research. Israeli culture values chutzpah, boldness, directness, and questioning authority. This creates a flat, informal environment where everyone's voice matters and where failure isn't feared, but embraced as a vital learning step on the road to success. This dynamic ecosystem attracts global giants like Intel and Google, who not only invest in Israeli startups but also mentor local talent. Their presence brings international expertise and resources, further fueling the country's relentless drive for innovation. Employees at these companies often gain invaluable experience, then spin off to launch their own ventures. This creates a self-sustaining cycle, where each generation of entrepreneurs inspires and supports the next. The result? Israel stands at the forefront of cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, fintech, and life sciences, cementing its reputation as the ultimate startup nation, where innovation never sleeps. Israel's economy rests on three pillars: services, industry, and agriculture. Services dominate, making up nearly 70% of GDP, led by high-value sectors like software, R&D, and finance. Industry, at 26.5% of GDP, excels in diamonds, defense, pharmaceuticals, and chemicals, exporting advanced products worldwide. Agriculture, though just 2.4% of GDP, is a global model for innovation, pioneering drip irrigation and water recycling to turn deserts into farmland. These sectors create a balanced, resilient economy, with each supporting the others during shocks. High-tech and finance drive growth, industry provides stability, and agriculture ensures food security. This diversification is key to Israel's economic maturity and adaptability. In 2026, Israel's GDP is projected at $647 billion, ranking 25th globally, with a per capita GDP of $63,651. This economic milestone reflects years of innovation, investment, and resilience in the face of regional challenges. Tel Aviv, often called the Silicon Wadi, continues to be a hub for technology and finance, drawing talent and capital from around the world. Despite recent slowdowns from regional conflicts, growth is rebounding, and unemployment remains low at 3.7%. The job market is dynamic, with new opportunities emerging in tech, healthcare, and green energy sectors. Israelis are adapting quickly, showing remarkable flexibility and determination in the workforce. However, poverty persists. Over 20% of Israelis, especially in ultra-Orthodox and Arab communities, remain below the poverty line. Social programs and community initiatives are working to bridge these gaps, but inequality remains a significant challenge for policymakers and society alike. Exports reached $166 billion in 2022, led by diamonds, pharmaceuticals, machinery, and high-tech services, with the US and EU as top partners. Israel's reputation for cutting-edge innovation continues to drive international demand for its products and expertise. Strong foreign currency reserves and prudent fiscal management provide buffers against shocks. The government's careful planning and robust financial institutions help maintain stability even when external pressures mount. Even amid turmoil, Israel raised $6 billion in global bonds in 2026, reflecting investor confidence. International markets continue to view Israel as a reliable and innovative economy, willing to adapt and evolve. The economy is fundamentally strong, but navigating heightened uncertainty. Ongoing geopolitical tensions and global economic shifts require constant vigilance and adaptability from both government and business leaders. These figures highlight both Israel's resilience and the challenges it faces. As the nation looks to the future, balancing growth with social equity remains at the heart of its economic journey. Israel's economy began as a state-controlled socialist system, focused on nation-building and absorbing waves of immigrants from around the world. In those early years, collective farming and state-run industries were the backbone of society, shaping a sense of unity and shared purpose. The country faced immense challenges, but determination and a pioneering spirit helped lay the foundations for future growth. By the 1980s, economic crisis and hyperinflation forced a dramatic shift to free market reforms and privatization. The government implemented bold policies to stabilize the economy, curb inflation, and encourage entrepreneurship. These changes were not easy, but they set the stage for a new era of opportunity and innovation. The 1990s brought mass immigration from the former Soviet Union, infusing the economy with skilled professionals and fueling the tech boom. These newcomers brought fresh ideas, expertise, and ambition, helping to transform Israel into a global center for technology and research. The influx of talent accelerated the country's economic evolution. Optimism from the peace process attracted foreign investment, and the startup nation took shape. International partnerships flourished, and Israeli innovation began to make its mark on the world stage, drawing attention from investors and entrepreneurs worldwide. Since 2000, Israel has weathered global crises, joined the OECD, and discovered offshore natural gas, further diversifying its economy. These achievements have strengthened Israel's position in the global marketplace and provided new sources of growth and stability. The journey from austerity to innovation-driven growth is central to Israel's economic identity. Today, the country is recognized for its creativity, adaptability, and relentless pursuit of progress, blending tradition with cutting-edge technology. This transformation underpins its current status as a dynamic, resilient powerhouse, one that continues to inspire and adapt, shaping its future with vision and determination. Israel's economy is deeply affected by regional conflicts and global politics. The Gaza war and Red Sea crisis disrupted labor, trade, and investment, costing billions and prompting credit downgrades. Boycotts and international legal pressures add uncertainty, especially regarding products from disputed territories. Yet Israel's tech sector rebounded with major acquisitions, and the Abraham Accords opened new markets in the Arab world. Despite ongoing risks, the economy adapts quickly, leveraging innovation to recover from shocks. The long-term impact of persistent conflict remains a concern. Israel's resilience is tested repeatedly, but its capacity for rapid recovery is a defining trait. Navigating these challenges is crucial for sustained growth. International trade is vital for Israel's growth, Given its small domestic market, Israel exports high-value services, software, cybersecurity, R&D, while importing raw materials and consumer goods. The US and EU are top trade partners, supported by long-standing free trade agreements. Recent years have seen expanded ties with China, India, and Gulf states via the Abraham Accords. Israel's export portfolio has shifted from diamonds to pharmaceuticals, electronics, and especially technology services. A network of free trade agreements reduces barriers and opens new markets. Exporting intellectual property and tech services generates billions, reinforcing Israel's role as a global innovation hub. Trade diversification and innovation are key to its economic strength. Despite its achievements, Israel faces serious internal challenges. Poverty and inequality persist, especially among ultra-Orthodox and Arab communities, who face barriers to workforce participation. The high-tech sector suffers from a shortage of skilled labor, with underrepresentation from these groups. High living costs, especially housing, strain families and fuel public discontent. Over-reliance on tech and a few large companies makes the economy vulnerable to global shifts and political instability. Addressing these issues through education, integration, and economic diversification is essential for long-term stability. Sustainable growth depends on making prosperity more inclusive and broad-based. Israel's economy is a paradox, innovative and prosperous, yet challenged by conflict and inequality. Its transformation into a high-tech leader is extraordinary, driven by military experience, academic excellence, and a culture of boldness. The tech sector shapes Israel's global identity and attracts investment, but also exposes it to volatility. Regional instability and internal disparities remain significant risks, as recent wars and credit downgrades show. Addressing poverty, high costs, and labor shortages is urgent to sustain growth. Israel's story proves that human capital and ingenuity can overcome daunting odds. The future will demand the same resilience and adaptability that built its economic miracle.